Welcome to episode 5 of the Outdoor Dining Table. If you didn't catch the last one, it was a good one. We got the final sand and the oil on the bottom. Really got us to see some of the fun grains that are popping and everything like that. Go check that out. But now we're going to get into the legs, what I decided for that. Let me know what you guys think about them. I think they turned out well. Let's jump to it. All right, so here are the legs that I have decided to go with. I wanted kind of a bit of an industrial look to just the whole table with it being outside and live edge and that. These seem to fit the bill. I got them pre-made. They are going to be a little long, so the table would be a little high, but we're going to end up burying the legs into the dirt. Just a nice way of securing the table as well. That way we can also level it, just if there's any warpage in the table still. And yeah, anyways, but I do want to clean them up and get some paint on them. I think we're going to go kind of with the darker gray charcoal color, just to kind of blend in with everything we got going off. So I will set these down, hit it with the grinder just to hit kind of the some of the dents and the dings on them, and then I'll hit them up with just a base coat and before we put on the actual finish color on them. So let's take a look. Obviously they're nice and strong steel. As you can see, I just want to hit some of that with the I got a 40 grit flap wheel on the grinder over there. So we'll clean them up and obviously give a nice secure base for the table as it sits, and but also not look too, I didn't want it to look too small underneath. It's obviously a big chunk of wood, so you want it to kind of match with what the legs. Didn't want something spindly, even though it would hold it up, just look kind of weird. So I feel like these match the correct size, and they're all pre-built and ready to go. So I think I got them for about 15 bucks a piece, actually. So not too bad at all for that. So definitely under 100 bucks for all four. So anyways, let's get to grinding and go from there. So one of the reasons I wanted to do that, there was some of the paint was flaking off. So then when I go to repaint, I don't want it to obviously just flake off. So I wanted to make sure it adheres good and looks good. There's also a little bit of surface rust where the old paint had chipped off and had been sitting. So I just wanted to get rid of that as much as I could before I do my new paint on. So anyways, didn't do anything intense, just did just some light hits on it, knock it all down. Got to bare metal where I needed, so let's go grab. I'm just gonna do a base layer just of some kind of rust protection, multicolored stuff that I had laying around, and then again, got like a darker charcoal. I think my dad's actually picking it out, so he'll bring that over and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got some just white rust protection on there, just to kind of a base layer, build it up a little bit, but then also just, yeah, obviously protect against the rust that Washington tends to throw at metal. So we'll let that dry. I'll maybe head in and do one more coat on that table in a little bit here. I'm going to go test that, and then hopefully we get the rest of the spray paint, get those on today. My hope is that since the table's upside down right now, while that's there, if I can get the legs done, then I will just put those on, bolt them down, get them where they want to go. So then I can just turn the table over, set them on the actual legs as I finish the top. Just kind of a nice sturdy base to work off of and give me a nice look at what it's going to turn out to. So, all right, let's go check inside. We got another coat on the legs just to build that up a little bit. We got another light coat on the table. Figured you guys didn't need to see that. So now we got them in. We got them kind of roughly in spot of where they're going to go. We got templates of both the top and the bottom here. Kind of laid them out, see what looked the best. We decided to go with the wider base. This is a bigger one than this one up here. To put that on the bottom of the table itself. Just wanted to give a bit more stability. I'm not super worried. It's a pretty heavy table, and we are going to be burying the legs in the ground as well, just so we can control height on that. But put these on the ground. We have a bit more drilling options on that. So anyways, we got them kind of roughly in shape now. We're going to do a little shimming. make sure they're level, and then we'll redo that once we get on site as well with the final one, how it's sitting in the ground. But let's get the legs on and flip it over. Alright, legs are on. Again, we were going to do some final adjustment once we get on site, just with the level of the ground. We're going to be burying the legs for our height because they're pretty long right now. So we may have to do some adjusting just as we, get it flipped over and see, and some of the tops of the metal are bent, so we'll deal with that once we get on site. So anyways, at least we got them on, which is exciting. We're going to turn it over here in a second and get me working on the top to get that all finished up. I was going to show you here what we did. We got some black coated, I believe 2-inch long screws is what we used to adhere them down, and then we used some of these washers as the base has warped a little bit and has gotten a little uneven, so we just put those in there as a space holder. It's going to allow us to also be able to adjust on the fly, as we can run them pretty tight to squish them down or back them up, and they'll expand and still be nice and stable for us. So we're gonna give that a shot. If we need to, do some metal or wood inserts later on, we will. But for right now, I think this is gonna hold it pretty good. Again, it's not the heaviest table in the world, but it's probably a good 300-400 pounds, especially with these legs on now. So it's not gonna move, not gonna bounce around while you're at it. But anyways, we also left these ones in a little bit from the end, as we're gonna have seating on the end. And so we wanted to be able to give you some leg room. Side person will battle a little bit, but at least the end there will have nice clear knees to sit and enjoy their meal. So perfect, let's get it flipped over and we'll go from there. Alright, we got the legs on, which is awesome. They do weigh around 40 pounds a piece, so that was a pretty heavy table to move over. The slab probably is coming in around 380, 400, and then with the legs, made it a bit more challenging, but it's sitting good. In the next video, we're going to do the final sand on the top and get some oil on that, so we can really start seeing what the finished product's gonna look like. And then, after that, we'll continue on with getting that plexiglass in there, and we're getting close, and so I'm excited to get it out into into circulation and be able to use it and see what I need to change and do. But anyways, thanks guys for watching. Subscribe and let me know what else you guys want to see. I'm gonna do some more knife stuff on the channel, I think, and go out from there. Cable Damascus, show you guys how to do that. But yeah, thanks for watching.